Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. This time it's a new series that I'm calling 2CGC. In these videos, I'm going to show off a couple of my raw books that everyone has seen before. But these books here are going to be sent off to CGC very soon. So I will show the book. It's probably like maybe 5 to 6 books per episode that I plan to do. I'll show off the book. I'll tell you what I think the grade is. And then when the books come back, which may be in a few months from now, I'll show the books again and we'll find out exactly what they came back. So this will be a good test of my grading skills, okay? Now, whenever I send a book in, I make sure that it's been pressed already. Now, some books, granted, a pressing may not do the book any favors. It may not when it comes to the way it looks or when it comes to a grade. But the books and I'll mention which books have been pressed and which ones have not. So let's get started with this one right here. This was an upgrade that I bought earlier in the year, Detective Comics 230, the first Silver Age appearance of the Mad Hatter. This book has been pressed, and I think as is, after the press, I shouldn't say as is, but I think this book will come back most likely a 4.0. It's a really nice looking book. It has some wear along the spine, no doubt, and it's got some creases, color breaking creases, as you can see right here. So I think it's going to come back a 4.0. We shall see, right? Next book. Strange Tales 110. Now this book I had pressed over a month ago. This had a really bad spine roll. Now those of you may remember the story behind this book when I first got it. I got it a couple years ago and it was through a trade with somebody on Facebook who found this book in his grandfather's attic. So it's got a couple of things obviously wrong with it. I think it's going to come back a 3.0. This is one I recently got back. I had it pressed. Fantastic Four, number 48. We know what this is. First Silver Surfer, first cameo of Galactus. I'm thinking that this book is going to come back a 6. I'm hoping it comes back a 6. So we'll see. Last two. These videos are not going to be that long. Amazing Spider-Man 129. I had this pressed last year, and I was always intending of getting it graded, but I'm going to be getting it graded probably within the next month, and hopefully a month after that I'll get it back, and then I'll be able to report if my grading is accurate. So I grade it right now at a 9.0. I really think it's a 9.0. It's very nice copy. I purchased this, as you all know. For those of you who have been watching most of my content, I purchased this back in 1994. If it comes back lower than a 9.0, like an 8.5 or whatever, no big deal. For what I paid for this back in 1994, to get an 8.5 today, it's still a win-win situation. So, but I'm thinking it's going to come back a 9.0. And the very last one for this particular episode, for episode 1, is a book I recently showed off, recently picked up. Well, I didn't recently pick up. I picked it up several months ago. But it was in my recent comic book haul, number 34. Crime Suspense Stories, number 22. Again, this book has been pressed, and a couple other things were repaired to it. Originally, it had a piece of tape on it, and the staple was a little, because it took damage over here and pushed the staple in a little bit. So that's been realigned, and a bunch of other things, a little cleaning and so forth. So I'm thinking that this book is going to come back a 3.5. That's what I'm hoping for. So those are my predictions for some of these books. Now, like I said, I'm going to probably be getting these books graded very, very soon, and hopefully by the end of the year, I'll get them back from CGC. I use CGC. I'm not going to turn this into a debate on who's better, CGC, CBCS, PGX, or whatever. I choose CGC. You choose whoever you want when it comes to grading. But hopefully I'll get these back by the end of the year, and I'll show a video. I'm probably going to get them all graded at the same time, so they'll all come back at the same time. So then I'll show a video on, we'll see if my grading was actually accurate. So it's pretty exciting. So we shall see. Thank you all for watching. Take care.